We've got video number 11. Our goal today, given a word problem, you will be able to set up a linear equation and solve. So let's go ahead and take a look here. So when we're working with word problems, here are a few steps that you always want to follow. Number one, read the entire question and determine what is the main idea. After you do that, then you're going to reread the question and underline important information. Again, underline the second time that you read it. If possible, draw a picture to represent the question, set up an equation, and solve. And then make sure you always reread the question to make sure that you have answered all of the question. So let's take a look at number one. The perimeter of a rectangular tennis court is 228 feet. The length exceeds twice its width by 6 feet. Find the dimensions of the court. So let's talk first about what is the main idea. So the main idea of this question is we're trying to find the dimensions. The dimensions are the length and the width. And what's the other key idea of this problem? Well, I see this mathematical word here, perimeter. All right, so now we're going to go through, let's reread the question, underline important information. So the perimeter is 228 feet. So that's my number that's important, and this represents the perimeter. If the length exceeds twice its width by 6 feet, find the dimensions. So the length exceeds twice its width by 6 feet. That's important. Find the dimensions. Okay, if possible, draw a picture. So in this one, I can definitely draw a picture. So we have a rectangle. Okay, the perimeter is 228 feet. Here we go. The length exceeds twice its width by 6 feet. So they're explaining to us the length in terms of the width. So they're not telling us anything about the width. So the width is where we're going to put our W. Now we need to figure out what we can put for the length. The length exceeds twice its width by 6 feet. So the length exceeds twice its width, that's 2W, by 6. And since it's exceeding, that means you're going to be adding. Okay, so now we have our picture. We've used our important information. So now we're going to use the idea of perimeter. So perimeter equals, you're going to add all sides. So in this case, we only have 2 sides written, but this is a rectangle, so we know opposite sides are equal. So now for the perimeter is 228. Equals, now we're going to add these all up. So 2W plus W plus 2W plus W is going to give us 6W. 6 plus 6 for our constants gives us 12. So now we're going to subtract 12. And we get 6W is equal to 216. And then we're going to divide both sides by 6. And our width is equal to 36. Okay, now we're not done yet. We did solve for W, but now it says find the dimension. So I'm going to come over here for my final answer and write width, length, and let's take a look. So our width is 36 feet. Now to find the length, we have to take the 36 and plug it in. So 2 times 36 plus 6. And then I can use my calculator to figure that out. 2 times 36 plus 6. And we get 78 feet. And now we have our final solution. Okay, let's take a look now at number 2. Quinn was shopping at a used book sale where all books were selling at the same price. He bought 6 science fiction books and 8 mysteries. He also decided to buy a poster for $2.40. In total, Quinn spent $8.70. What was the price of a single book? Okay, step number 1, we read the question. Let's talk about what's the main idea here. So the main idea here is that Quinn went and he bought books, he bought a poster, we have his price. The main idea here is we want to find the price of a single book. Okay. Now, reread the question, underline important information. So we have 6 science fiction books, 8 mystery books, 1 poster, and we have a total of 870. Okay, so now we have our important information. Now we can't draw a picture for this one, so let's think instead of drawing a picture, let's think. What are we trying to find? The price of a single book. So I'm going to come over here and say let X equals price of a book. So now let's see if we can come up with a formula or an equation. So we have 6 science fiction books and 8 mystery books. All the books are the same price, so together 6 plus 8 gives us 14 total books. So 14 times the price of a book. He bought a poster for $240. Now that $240 is a constant, there's no multiples of that, it was just a single poster, equals $8.70. So now all we have to do is go ahead and solve. So I'm going to subtract $2.40 from both sides of the equation. I then get 14x is equal to 6.3. I divide both sides by 14, and I end up with x is equal to 0.45. But again, this is money. I'm going to put a 0 in front and a dollar sign. So each book is worth 45 cents. So let's make sure, did we answer the question? Yes, we did. The price is 45 cents each. Okay, number 3. A gardener is planting 2 types of trees. Type A is 3 feet tall and grows at a rate of 15 inches per year. Type B is 4 feet tall and grows at a rate of 10 inches per year. Algebraically, determine exactly how many years it will take for the trees to be the same height. Okay, so we read it once. Let's think. What's the main idea? Okay, well, the main idea is we want to know, when are the 2 trees going to be equal to each other? So when are they going to be the same height? Okay, so that means I want type A to be equal to type B, because I want them to be the same, and the same is a fancy way of saying we want them to be equal. Okay, so now let's go through and let's see. So type A is 3 feet tall and grows at a rate of 15 inches per year. Now I want to be very careful here. I have feet, I have inches. Can we use feet and inches at the same time? No, we can't. So we're going to take this 3 feet and we're going to change this into inches. So 3 feet is really 3 times 12, which is 36 inches. Okay, now I'm going to try to put that into an equation. So we're starting at 36 inches, and every year we're going to grow at 15 inches per year. So that's going to be 15 inches per year. I'm going to put that as an x. So my x is going to be the number of years. That's what we're trying to find, the main idea, the number of years. Okay, equals, now let's read about type B. So type B is 4 feet tall and grows at a rate of 10 inches per year. So again, we have feet, we have inches, we can't use both at the same time, so we're going to convert this feet to inches. So 4 times 12 is 48. Okay, plus it's going to grow 10 inches per year. So that's 10x. So now you're going to go ahead. We want to solve for x. We want to know how many years it's going to be. So go ahead, hit pause, and solve. Okay, so we're going to solve for x. Let's see, were you able to get 2.4 years? Okay, so the main idea was, how many years will it take? And that's exactly what we found. All right, let's flip the page over then. And let's take a look at number 4. So here we have Rachel and Sabine belong to different local gyms. Rachel pays $35 per month and a one-time registration fee of $15. Sabine pays only $25 per month but has to pay a $75 registration fee. After how many months will Rachel and Sabine have spent the same amount on their gym memberships? Okay, so what's the main idea of this question? All right, so the main idea is we want to know how many months will it take for them to be the same. So in other words, we want to know how many months. So we're going to say let x equal the number of months. Okay, and we want to know how many months it will take for them to be the same amount. And remember, same amount, that means we want to know when will they be equal. So in other words, I want to set up an equation of when Rachel will be equal to Sabine. Okay, so let's go through. Let's reread the question, underline our important information, and let's see if we can write an equation for Rachel equal to Sabine. Rachel pays $35 per month and a one-time registration fee of $15. Since X is the number of months, that means Rachel is going to be 35 per month, so she's going to be 35X plus a one-time registration fee of $15. Okay, Sabine, so now we put equals. Sabine pays only $25 per month, so that's 25X, but had to pay a $75 registration fee, so that's plus 75. So now that we have our equation, go ahead, hit pause again, and I'd like you to solve. All right, let's go ahead. Were you able to get 6 months? All right, so what I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to read question number 5, and I'd like you to see if you can come up with which choice it will be, and we'll regroup in just a minute. All right, let's see. Were you able to get option number 2? If you did, then let's go check here. So since X is the number of quarters, okay, we know the price of a quarter is 25 cents. So I'm going to make sure that I put 0.25 with my X. Now, he also had nickels. Now, nickels are 5 cents, so that's 0.05. And he has 8 more nickels than quarters. So if X is the number of quarters, he needs to have 8 more nickels. So that's X plus 8 equals the total, which is 160. So if you were able to get choice 2, you've got it. All right, tomorrow in class, we will practice our word problems. Have a great night, everyone.